Hello Capricorn, my name is Agatha and this is your tarot forecast for March 2017. This is a very general reading. If you'd like a private consultation, please send an email to dunyazade@gmail.com and I'd be delighted to work with you. This month I'm going to use the astrological wheel reading, which is a 12-card reading. So the first card represents the first house and the second card represents the second house and so on. Also, I'm going to be showing you 6 symbols. This way, this reading for you, Capricorn, will be a bit more personalized. And the symbols are, please just pick one. Okay, just pick one symbol. So the symbols are child, lady, room, house, military person, and cornucopia. So please pick one. I'm going to shuffle. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Yep. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So Capricorn, let's start. If you pick the symbol house, the first 2 cards are more relevant for you. In the first house, Capricorn, for March 2017, you got 4 major arcana cards. So it means for some of you, the month of March 2017 might be a very transformative month. Okay, maybe 30% of you, something like that. In the first house, Capricorn, you got the 3 of Pentacles, or the 3 of Coins. It means that this month, March 2017, you want to talk to others. You want to exchange opinions. You're going to be busy at work, talking to your colleagues, to your co-workers. Also, you might be planning something. You might be strategizing something to do with your work, but not necessarily. Others, it could be like a month where you feel you are recognized for the work, the good quality work you do. It could be that as well. In the second house, you got the Wheel of Fortune, which is a major arcana card. This is a very big transformation in your finances, in the money that you earn, in your salary. So maybe some of you, let's read this in a positive way. Some of you might be getting more money. I hope so. Not necessarily, but I hope so. Maybe you got promoted, something to do with your money that kind of happens out of the blue, a big transformation in your finances, in your salary. And let's keep a positive view. Let's think this is a very good positive transformations in the money that you earn. If you pick the symbol lady, the next 2 cards are more relevant for you, Capricorn. So in the third house, you got another major arcana card. You got a Temperance card. So it could be that you maybe your sibling, there's something to do with his health or her health, and they have to take care of their health. Maybe they're in the hospital, but not necessarily. It could be like a month where they're sick, but they're taking care of themselves. It could be that. If it's not a sibling, it's a neighbor, something to do with health matters and a neighbor. This is also the third house is also connected with the way you speak, the way you communicate. So this month you're going to be communicating in a very nice, gentle manner, in a very in a nice manner, in a gentle manner. You're gonna show lots of patience. That's what I'm gonna say. In your communication, you're gonna show lots and lots of patience while you communicate with others. If you have to travel, if you have to, pick up the car and go to work or something like that, it's the same thing. You're gonna show a lot of patience. Maybe you're gonna be forced to show a lot of patience, but you're gonna be patient in your travels. That's how I'm seeing it. And then in the 4th house, Capricorn, you got the Hierophant, or the Pope. So the 4th house is connected with your home, your domestic environment, the place where you live, your family, the closest family. Maybe you have to deal with someone who's close to you within your family. A bit older, like an authority figure of some kind, and this person might be very conservative. He or she might be a Taurus. I'm thinking more like a guy, a Taurus person. Could be a father, could be father-in-law. An older person, very authoritative, very conservative in the way, very conventional. but very conservative in his ideas or her ideas. This could be a wedding in your family. It could be a wedding in your family also. This could you be dealing with the authorities, with, for instance, banks and institutions connected with your house, with your home. Maybe you like dealing with a bank and you are renegotiating the loan that you got for your house. Maybe you have to, pay a little bit more or a little bit less in terms of, it's not in terms of mortgage. Maybe you got a communication from the state that you're going to have to pay a bit more on in terms of tax connected with your house, or a little less, something to do with institutions and taxes or money connected with your home and with your house. It depends, again, from person to person. If you pick the symbol cornucopia, the next two cards are more relevant for you. In the fifth house, you got the Ten of Pentacles. So maybe you like spending a lot of money with your children or one of your kids. Maybe one of your children, or like your son or daughter, just got like this great amazing job with lots of security, stability. He or she is earning a lot, or maybe they are forming their own family. It could be that as well. If you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, this person can be a bit conservative, or this person could be a bit conservative, or you are viewing this person, your boyfriend or girlfriend, in a way that you are with him or her, and you intend to form a family with him or her. There's stability in this relationship. You look at him or her in a way, and think, I'm going to marry this person, I'm going to have kids with this person, and it could be that. It could be you are the one who's getting married this month in March 2017, Capricorn, because you've been, you've been waiting and planning for this for a very long time, and you decide to get married. Not decide now, but the marriage happens now in March 2017. Or maybe if you just more or less started with a relationship, you get to meet the family of your boyfriend or girlfriend, and maybe he or she comes from a very perhaps conservative family or a very rich family. It could be that as well. If it's not that, it could be something to do with your creative talents. Maybe you have a normal 9-to-5 job, and on the side you do some freelance work, or you have some sort of creative project, and you sell that creative project for a very chunk of money. You sell a painting, or you sell lots of books or a design or whatever, and it really brings you lots and lots of money. Whatever you've created in March 2017 might bring you a lot of money. In the sixth house, you got the Seven of Cups. So this could be you working. The sixth house is connected with work, but also health and also colleagues. If you work, some of you might be working in a creative sort of environment, or you worked with anything to do with, you are an artist of some kind. You could even work in fashion, could work for others, but in an artistic environment of some kind. Or you are yourself an artist, and in this month, in March 2017, you have lots and lots of clients who want to work with you, because you had this big commission that sold a lot, or sold for a lot of money. If it's not that, maybe you're looking for a job, and you have several possibilities. You can choose this job or that job or that job, but you have to be careful, because some jobs are good, others are not. So maybe they're telling you, I'm going to pay you this amount of money, and you'll only have to do this and this, and they're lying to you. Okay, so some are good possibilities, are realistic possibilities. Others are not realistic possibilities, and they're lying to you. Another way of reading this card: you're not looking at your health in a pragmatic and realistic sort of way. You are fantasizing about your health. Maybe you don't see the way you eat or the way you drink has a very harsh effect on your health, and you don't want to see it. Maybe you should, exercise to, and take care of your health, but you don't want to do it. There's something about your health that you're not looking at it in a very realistic sort of way, and that's bad. That's bad. Another way of reading this, maybe you decided to really, change the way your health habits. You decide to change your diet and start exercising. But there's so many options available to you. You don't know what to do, and where to start. Should I eliminate this type of food from what I eat, from what I regularly eat? Or let's say I should exercise, but what do I do? Do I do Pilates? Do I do yoga? Do I run? Do I do Zumba? What do I do? There's so many different possibilities available to you. You don't even know what to do. Another way of reading this card, it might be connected with your colleagues, with your coworkers. Maybe there's a colleague or several colleagues who their head is always up in the clouds, and they're like very, up in the air, and they're not very realistic. They're not very pragmatical. They're just, every time you see them, they're just not there. Some might be even under the influence, whatever influence it is. They could be smoking stuff that make them unproductive. They might be drinking stuff that make them unproductive, or they just may be naturally the type of person that's not there. Their head is somewhere else. They're always fantasizing about something else, and they're not fully present in their job, in their duties. The next, if you picked the symbol Capricorn room, the next two cards are more relevant for you. In the 7th house, you got the Queen of Swords. So, some of you might be signing up a contract, and you might be asking for the help of someone to help you out with the details. That would be the best thing to do. Others, it could be you're signing up a contract, but this contract that you're signing up, it could be something to do with your job. Maybe you decide upon a job, or it could be a contract to do with, let's say, your internet services, your television services, whatever it is. And the other party is very demanding, and something like very aggressive also. So you might be thinking, oh, I only have to stay 1 year, but no, you have to stay 2 years, and you're thinking that if you want to come out of that, break that contract, you'll have to pay them this amount of money. So they're being very aggressive with the contract that you are signing with them. On the other hand, it could be it's a contract that will give you stability. If it's anything to do with work, it will give you stability, okay? And it might even be something that will raise you up, where you have like a more elevated position. You will be the leader, but you'll have to do more stuff, okay? And that might not be good for your health. If the 7th house is also connected with your second child, maybe he or she is the one who is signing up a contract. Maybe he or she gets promoted, gets a leadership position, or he or she finishes up his or her studies, university studies, and immediately finds a job. Or maybe they are becoming a lawyer, or something to do with medicine. I'm thinking more something to do with surgery, and they're getting a very big promotion. This is why they're getting a lot of money, because in the 5th house, the house of children, you got the 10 of Pentacles, which is connected with earning a lot of money and having security and having stability. Why? Maybe because your second child, son or daughter, doesn't matter, finish up their college studies, got an elevated position, got promoted, and starts winning a lot. And this is good. In the 8th house, or this could be your wife or husband, your long-term partner, who might be signing a new contract, who might be having a leadership role, a leadership position. Or it could be that your wife or spouse or long-term partner is being very aggressive with you this month. Is being like, he or she has no patience for you, and is being very frank, very honest, very aggressive. And this is why you need to, in the 3rd house, you got the Temperance card. This is why you need not to respond to him or her in a harsh way. So you moderate the way you speak to him or her. You're very patient. Maybe you feel the need to be patient with your spouse, with your partner. In the 8th house, you got the 8 of Pentacles. This is more money coming in. The 8th house is connected with joint finances. So it's more money coming in, but this demands a lot of work. Why? Maybe because you got promoted. Yeah, but there's changes in your work environment. Yes, but you have to work a lot. If it's not you, it's your partner, it's your spouse. He or she got promoted and maybe might be getting a lot of money, more money, but they have to work longer hours. There's more money coming in, but that either from you or your spouse, but more work is demanded. This is also you, whatever work you do, this could be a hobby and you enjoy doing this hobby, and this is the hobby will bring you money. That will bring you money. Let's say you are like a painter in your spare hours, and you're like a hobby, you're a painter and you just sold a painting of yours and you got a lot of money from it. It could be that as well. This could be another way of thinking. You have to work longer hours so you could pay your taxes. It could be that. This could also be connected with your physical intimacy, sex life during March 2017. It might be a bit boring in March 2017. Like same old, there's no, nothing new. If you've picked the symbol Capricorn child, the next 2 cards are more relevant for you. In the 9th house, you got a celebratory card. You got the 3 of, how do you say this? Cups. You're celebrating something. Maybe you go on a trip, abroad with your spouse, or even with your friends, or even with your colleagues, and you go on a trip, and you're very happy to go on a trip. It could be that. Others, it's news from abroad that really make you happy. This news from abroad could be something to do with your in-laws. Maybe your in-law gives you, maybe they live abroad and they will give you good news. Whatever news it is, or it's news from abroad. Maybe you sold a painting to someone who lives in another country, if you are like an artist of some kind and you're celebrating, and this is the good news that you're celebrating. The 9th house is also connected with superior higher studies, college studies, university. You're celebrating because you just finished your university studies, and this is great, this is fabulous. If it's not that, it's something to do with law, a court case. There's something to do with the court case that you're celebrating. Maybe it's done, it's finished, but not necessarily finished, but whatever comes out, whatever decision connected with the court case, you're celebrating it. You're very happy because of it. This could be also, if you like something to do with astrology and tarot, stuff like that. Maybe you are in a group. Maybe you'll take a course within a group of women, and they all like these sorts of subjects, and you're very happy to be within this group, probably composed more of women, and you're all happy to studying this together. And then in the 10th house, you got the 10 of Wands. The 10th house is connected with your social reputation, the way others see you socially, and also with your work, with your career, with your profession. Maybe during March 2017, you really do achieve something, but it will require from you lots and lots of work. You'll have to do lots and lots of things, and you're not very good at delegating. You're not delegating work. You're doing everything on your own. By yourself, because you don't trust other people. Maybe you think others will not do this well and properly and correctly. I'll have to do the work myself. Or you have some sort of promotion, and that requires more works, more duties. You have to do, your duties are expanded because you just got promoted or something like that. But anything to do with your work and profession, it's a lot of work. In your career, a lot of work during March 2017. Others also socially can see you or perceive you as someone who's doing a lot of things at the same time. Someone who's exhausted, someone who's doing so many things, and you just don't stop. You don't stop to take a breath, to breathe, because you're doing, you're working, you're taking care of the kids, many things. You have to do many things at once. That's how others are perceiving you. If you picked Capricorn, the card military person, Then the symbol military person, the next 2 cards are more relevant for you. In the 11th house, you got the Queen of Pentacles, which might be you showing up in the 11th house. This is the house connected with friends. So it might be the Queen of Pentacles might represents a woman a woman or a man, because this is a general reading, in his or her late 30s or after the age of 40, from an earth sign, Capricorn. So it might be you, Taurus or Virgo. So it's you, I would say, Capricorn, really connecting with your friendships, with your friends. In March 2017, you're talking to them, you know, you're having a dialogue with them, you're really happy to meet them. Or it could be you achieving something of value, a long-term plan you always wanted for yourself, a long-term objective. You finally achieve it now in March 2017, and this might be connected with money, with resources, with your professional life. Maybe you wanted to be promoted and earn more money, and finally you get it now, or something else, you know, something else that will achieve, which was a plan not necessarily connected with profession, but it could be, and you get it, and you achieve it now in March 2017. Maybe you like having a plan. You are planning something out for the future, and you're doing it in a very pragmatic sort of way, in a realistic sort of way, in a very grounded sort of way also. Finally, in the 12th house, you got the Major Arcana card, you've got the Chariot card. So the 12th house is connected with that which is unconscious and will come to light, or some sort of sacrifice. I'm thinking this as connected, it's more like to do with something you had no idea about, but will come to light now in March 2017. Maybe you'll have to go on a trip. Maybe you'll have to do some sort of voyage, maybe abroad, and you had no idea. Maybe you'll get promoted, because this Chariot is also connected with success. Maybe you'll be successful in March 2017, connected with your work life, but not necessarily connected with a long-term plan. You'll be successful in something, and you had no idea, and that will come to light. Okay, I'm thinking more of that. Also, you're working too hard because you want to achieve something. You're devoting way too much time to your work and to your career. It could be that, and this might have some bad influences in your body. Okay, so maybe you shouldn't work as much. Okay, and that's it, Capricorn. This is the reading that I have for you for March 2017. This is a very general reading. If you'd like a private consultation, Capricorn, please send an email to dunyazade@gmail.com, and I'd be delighted to work with you. Bye bye.